explore the legal system in the UK and women's representation in it, how BAME women are portrayed, and media representation of women. Firstly, let me set the scene. Since the 19th century, women have been thriving in greater involvement in the legal system, starting with the suffragettes trying to secure the right to vote, and more recently, in the Me Too movement. This highlighted the legal system's inability to address these issues. Women are woefully underrepresented in the legal industry. Why should we care? Our judicial system should be fair and bring justice to everyone despite their gender. In the UK, the highest court includes 12 judges, 10 men and 2 women. What does this tell us about our judicial system? This disparity is evident, and not much is being done to resolve this inequality. Back when the legal system was created, men were the male contributors, and therefore most legislation is from their perspective, leaving women with little input in the legislative process. There is not much light being shed on this, as the judicial system does not reflect nor have the potential to understand different life experiences women face. Picture this: a young woman nervously sitting in a courtroom after reporting being a victim of a rape case, waiting for the judge to make their final decision that determines if the defender is guilty or not. After a week of court proceedings, the judge announces that the male perpetrator was found not guilty. The woman is in shock and feels betrayed by the judicial system, as there was clear evidence to prove her case. Her parents fought, but did not have many resources or power to have their voice be heard. This happens to thousands of women each year in the UK. In September 2021, police in England and Wales were told of a staggering statistic of 63,136 allegations of rape, but only 820 alleged rapists were charged. This could happen to anyone of great significance: a mother, a daughter, a sister, the list goes on. Women who come forward and report sexual assault or harassment often face an uphill battle in the legal system. They are often met with disbelief, with their credibility called into question. For example, in 2011, Denise Clare reported 2 former Scotland football players, David Goodwillie and David Robertson, to the Scottish police for rape, but the criminal case was dropped due to insufficient evidence. In a civil claim in 2017, she won a finding of rape and £100,000 in damages. Denise said, "It's galling, however, that I've had my whole life put on hold for the past 7 years and have had to pay legal aid to get the justice denied to me by the criminal justice system. The fact that this woman suffered this long is a prime example of how our justice system needs to be reformed, for people to be given justice, hope, and courage. Unfortunately, victories like this are quite rare." BAME and women. Imagine facing disrespect and derogatory comments every day at work simply because of your cultural background. Unfortunately, this is a reality for many people, particularly women in the BAME group, who face additional challenges when reporting discrimination. The portrayal of women within the BAME group when they report cases is a topic of discussion. The case of Samar Tasvagiores, a former casino employee who won a race discrimination case in 2021, highlights the severity of this issue. She was subjected to discriminatory remarks when a patron expressed a preference for dealers who were females with fairer skin, leading her to fight a legal battle to prove direct discrimination. Her success in court is a reminder that discrimination based on ethnicity should never be tolerated or normalized. As a woman of color who will enter the workforce in the future, this case serves as a cautionary tale and underscores the importance of acting against discrimination. It is alarming to note that only 3% of race discrimination cases were brought to trial and proven to be successful in 2021, making Samar's victory all the more significant. Again, this shows that there is a fault in the justice system, as racism still occurs, especially within the BAME group and women. It is crucial that we challenge these harmful stereotypes and increase representation for BAME women in the media. By doing so, we can create a more equitable and inclusive society that recognizes and celebrates the diversity of our communities. Media and women representation. Stereotypes, stigmatization, and inferiority. All these words are ways we can describe what the media is portraying. May that be accidental or not. Is this what the media wants? How will we be one step closer to equality? The media is very selective in which stories it chooses to sensationalize. We are often consumed by the warped views that are displayed in the media continuously that sometimes we are oblivious to the way women are portrayed, especially. Why does the media tend to present crime against women instead of men? One could argue that media has this opinion that by dehumanizing, objectifying, and devaluing women in society, it will gain greater attention, especially if they are presented as the victim. It could be argued that crime against women highlight generic stereotypes that are limited. It's quite clever, but horrific to think about. What is the reason for the media sometimes being one-sided and prioritizing certain stories over others that are of similar content? These stories can destroy a woman's reputation and self-esteem, such as the Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton affair. Monica was affected by and had to pay the price of shame, even though she had been taken down by many trolls on social media and haters. This ultimately showed strength. Though there have been hundreds of articles putting Monica in a negative light, the media-saturated society was not going to keep her off her feet. Consider this a mental burden that could make an individual feel devalued. This must change, and individuals should consider the real adverse effects that can harm a woman's well-being. It is up to all of us to challenge these stereotypes and promote more positive representations of women so that every woman can feel confident in coming forward and receiving the justice they deserve. Look how far we have come, and imagine what we could achieve in the future to flourish further, so we can all be treated with justice and help with equality across all aspects of life. The brilliant women who I've spoken about today are the reason there is progress. Personally, I remain disappointed with the justice system and hope it will be improved soon, with more women holding more influential positions in lawmaking. We can aspire to a better future for generations to come, free from the injustices experienced in the past. Action must be taken now. Women are resilient. Thank you for listening.